So we're here today. I got a great opportunity to meet Jeff from Vitour Tire. He's the owner.
Yes.
I'm Mike Young, currently the Indy Region executive for SCCA. And we are, since Jeff came out to one of my events, I wanted to take the opportunity to kind of find out a little bit more about him, about the company, and about what Vitour's about, really. And so this is about you, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to Indy.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
for spending time at our event, and thank you for the tires and the generous donation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start out with, what's Vitour about?
Mm-hmm.
What is Vitour?
Mm-hmm. So my name is Jeff. I come from Qingdao, China. It's my first trip to Indianapolis. Before, in the past many years, I traveled into many cities, areas in America. First time to Indianapolis to meet with Michael Young and Dallas and many friends here. I enjoyed my trip. I have been working in this tire industry for over 25 years. In late 1990s, after my graduation from university, my first job is sell tires in a big garment company in China. So until today, 25 years later, I'm still selling tires. We set up a Vitour company in 2007 with my partner, Mr. Vour. After we quit from our previous employer, it's a huge garment company. As you may know that there are hundreds of tire factories in China. You cannot imagine how many we have, different size. But the majority of these hundreds of Chinese tire factories, they focus on the production of the common street tire or truck bus tire. Most of them, frankly speaking, sell cheap to all over the world, even in China. That's why there are so many countries that started anti-dumping against Chinese tires. This is very popular for the trade conflict in China worldwide. After we have our own company, our own name, Vitour, we want to do something unique. We think that there is no meaning for us to repeat the work or the jobs other Chinese have been doing until today. That's, repeatedly manufacture middle or low level or the common street tires. Everybody can do. The tire industry is not high tech. It's not like software or chips. It's an old industry. In my mind, 100 years ago, Western people, Dunlop, Goodyear, Michelin, they invented tire. Until today, even the radio tire, it's many years ago. This product already there. Until today, there is no revolutionary, the change in this tire industry. So we want to do something different. We want to do something unique, and we want to compete with big names, to challenge, to change the most foreigners' image for Chinese tire. Because in the most foreigners' eyes, Chinese tire is low level. It's very common. It's very cheap. No value. That's the common knowledge and the most popular impression on Chinese tires. So from almost 10 years ago, we want to create something special. Then we started our innovation and R&D works on the slick or semi-slick or sports tire development. From the first generation Enzo until now, we have 3 different designs, and 2 of them is already, we have volume production and regular supply to the global markets, including China, Japan, America, Europe, everywhere. According to my 25 years experiences and knowledge about this industry, it's easy to make a tire, but on the other hand, it's very tough to make a good tire. Why we talk this way, my comments, my personal feeling is, I call it 4Ms. We have hundreds of tire manufacturers in China, but very, very few of them can do 100% level for these 4Ms. What's 4Ms? I call the materials, raw materials, because tire is made up by more than 100 different kinds of materials. Natural rubber, synthetic rubber, nylon cord, polyester, steel cord, carbon black, and many, many different kinds of chemicals. So raw materials plays a big role, fundamental function for the good tire. Machinery, of course, there's so many machineries, equipments required to produce a tire. If your facilities, machinery is not of the premium level, how can you make a good tire? I don't believe. It's very easy to figure out. So thirdly is molds. The most tire factories, they will never mention the molds, where they order their molds. Why? There are many mold makers worldwide. In China, we have also many. But all of Vitour molds, we ordered from only one mold maker. This mold maker named Hi-Mile, H-I-M-I-L-E. This Hi-Mile is a public company. Hi-Mile's market share globally is 65%. For all the mold makers in this world, all the big names, Michelin, Pirelli, Continental, everybody you can remember order molds only from this mold maker. All Vitour molds are made by Hi-Mile. Why? The reason is very simple. It's because Hi-Mile, they are more than qualified. Yeah. You can consider if all the big names pick up Hi-Mile, the reason is there. No need me to explain why. Because they are perfect. They are the best mold maker in this world. So the fourth M is manpower. No matter what kind of best material you use, no matter what's the world-class machinery you apply, no matter what's the mold you make, if your engineering team is not qualified, from the designing, the pattern, the compounding, the quality control, until each process of the tire production. Now we call it Industry 4.0 version facilities, fully automatic, but still the manpower, the human being play a big role in the whole process. You cannot produce tire without people. So this 4M, in my opinion, our company's value and mentality is we always try our best to pick up or to choose the best, the world-class material, world-class machinery, world-class molds, and the premium level manpower, I mean the engineers and technicians. And we have engineers from Germany, we have engineers from Japan. We pay money to them. We hire them to do the innovation class.
That must come at a really high cost to you, from a company standpoint. I mean, China is known for, like you said, cheap tires. $20 tires coming out.
Yes.
And you're trying to do something out there it's different. It's much more.
Michael, your comments is I fully agree with you. You know, Michelin never cheap,
Yeah.
Continental never cheap, Pirelli never cheap, Bristol never cheap. Why? They cannot do cheap. This cheap is compared with Chinese production. So our target is to compete with the big names. So when we try to develop certain kind of high-end products, manufacturing cost is not our consideration. The firstly is how to make it perfect. Then the second issue is cost. If we consider cost firstly, then we are no difference compared with other manufacturers in China. That's the case. I said this because according to my 25 years knowledge in this industry, if we want to make something very different, special, unique, and compete with the big names, the first level products in this world, the only thing we should do is spare no efforts, spare no cost. If the product is correct, is qualified, then the product itself will speak out to all the end users, all the distributors, all the markets. This is our mentality. So after almost 10 years innovation, we developed Enzo, our first generation sport tire, and we sponsored Formula Drift. Vitour is the only Chinese tire brand from China among the totally 5 brands to officially approved by Formula D in America.
That's a pretty big
Yeah,
statement.
that can prove that our tire is qualified at least, because Formula D, it doesn't mean that you pay them money, they will allow you to come in. No, they will test your product firstly. If your product is not qualified, you give them millions of dollars, they will not say sorry, you are not qualified. We approve your tire to be officially used by Formula D drivers. It's not because you sponsored us, it's because you are qualified firstly.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
didn't
that's
you
the
guys
thing.
recently have some success in Formula D, I think?
Actually, in the recently in the Orlando, US, the round 3 Formula D, Mr. Connor Shanahan, he's from Ireland, from Europe. He's a premium level drifter in Europe for the Drift Master Championships. He used our Enzo. He competed in this round 3 Orlando. He achieved championship.
Oh, that's a pretty big thing. That's,
Yes, you can Google in the Formula D their website, videos and everything.
And Connor Shanahan, he's an insane driver.
This is his
Very
first
good.
championship in Formula D America.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting. You know, with all those, you know, all your passion you put into this thing. You know, is that why you developed the P1? I mean, was it passion one? Is that why? What was it that really put you into the 200 Treadwear?
See,
market?
according to my understanding, America is number 1, is the top market worldwide for the sports car, motorsports, sport tires. There is no doubt. So we want to have even a small market share here. We want to compete with any other names in US, just like what we have been doing for the Formula D. Drift tire is totally different compared with tires used for time attack, autocross, circuit racing. That's the original reason for us to develop this P1. And according to our knowledge, our understanding with talking with the drivers for time attacks and autocross in America, I think they need a tire. This tire should be fast enough, and also they are looking for a fast tire with longer tread life, because they paid money to buy this tire. So the motive for us to develop this P1 is we want to develop a tire. We want to offer this tire finally, the best tire for the lap time, at the same time with longer tread life, so that every penny the local drivers they paid, they think it's worth. And at the same time, if other brands their tire can last 1 weekend or 2 weekends or 3 weekends, if our tire can be fast enough and it can last 4, 5 weekends, then this will be very meaningful. Everybody involved, our dealers, sectioning bodies, drivers, even the earth will benefit, because this tire will be very environmental friendly. This tire is not used for the landfills. A driver before, maybe every year they buy 2 sets. Now they only buy 1 set. They save money, save material, less pollution, less pollution. Yes.
That's a really strong statement. I mean, do you think that do you think that Vitour can back that up with the actual? I know drivers that have been on the tire. I've been on the tire. It's no secret. But do you have data that shows that? I mean, what is a 200 Treadwear tire? We've talked. How do you make that longer statement if it's only 200 Treadwear? Everybody else says they're 200 Treadwear too.
According to my understanding, the current competitor brands in US against our 200. Our 200 internally, our engineering team limit I think should be 240 or 260, because the tread life is very easy to check out. You just run and see how many miles or how many laps it can survive. Yeah. You can check the hardness of the compounding, the recipe. It's easily to figure out. According to the tests we have been done globally in China, in Japan, in America, Malaysia, in Europe, our 200 Treadwear P1, the tread life, generally speaking, is 2 to 4 times compared with the current available top names. This is not by me, this conclusion. This conclusion is made by different, more than 20 testing drivers in the world, also in America. The reason why we can do this is, I mentioned 4M. The recipe, the compounding is very important, because some kind of materials we will have to import, either from Japan, from Germany, some special rubber. We always apply the best carbon black. This carbon black maker is from America. The best steel coat from Belgium, big cut. So everything is premium. We never touch the second level. The premium one, I think the premium level, all the materials guaranteed that our rubber is different, can last longer. It's not, of course, our engineering, they are experts for the compounding design, how to mix the rubber, how long time required, under what kind of environmental temperature. Every factor plays the role. That's why we spent 8 years until today. We are still do the innovation.
Yeah, that's an awesome thing. I mean, so you're saying it's not actually 200. It could be 240 or 260. It's higher than that.
Yeah.
So that leads me into another question, and I'm sorry, I'm going to ask you some of the hard questions because people want to know. The Wraith. The Wraith was out. We hear about this Wraith that exists. What was that? Is that a P1? Are they the same?
Many customers feel strange that why same design we have 2 names. Originally, we planned to release Tempesta Race name only for China, then P1 globally. finally we found out this is not workable. So now we terminated race. No more race, only P1. Number one. Number two is some people they tested the race. They found it's not that as good as what I'm talking. That test samples is not volume production. It's pre-production samples, I suppose. Yes. This is our fault, my fault, to release this tire out. We should control this in China, not release, because that's normal, not normal production. Now we already fixed the final version for the compounding everything technically. So the current products, each P1 tires we release to the market is fixed version. Anybody can test.
So your Wraith tire was you wanted to use it overseas to test different compounds?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you settled on a compound, which is this 240 and 260,
Yeah.
you then solidified the P1, and now is the Wraith going to still exist?
No more race. No matter in China or in America, globally, race, this name disappeared. So if anybody want to buy race, you cannot find. Only P1 available. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So in America, and you said something interesting just a little bit ago. You said that there was pre-production. In America, we've had all these productions coming over, all these production tires. Where we thought were production, they were being released. Were those actually production? When did the production start for the actual Vitour?
The actual production from last year, 2023, volume.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the end of 2023.
Yeah. Volume. Before the volume production, we do trial production. But the trial production quality also no problem. But not race. Race is another story. But now no race. Yeah.
So these were just trial productions, tests.
Yes.
That got out into the market because there were questions about different stamps and other things on the molds and things like that. And I just hope you can clear that up for folks.
About the reaching of Treadwear, because different markets, they have different requirements. Even different second bodies, they have their favorite Treadwear. They have their regulations. In China or some other markets, some in the users, they have a kind of thinking that the less of the Treadwear, the more sport, the more performance.
More fast.
It's just from the market. So that's from the very beginning, we try to make different ratings, 100 or 140 or something. But now we will only produce 200 and 260. So from now on, if anybody wants to order P1, I want 100, sorry, not available. Because we never produce. How can you order? If you order P1 for a market after months, it's not the real one.
It's not a real one.
Somebody maybe copy or somebody do something wrong. But as a manufacturer, I can promise everybody that no 100 now. Only 200 minimum, then 260. For competition, for professional use, 200.
Fantastic. That's really important for folks because that's the standard here in the United States. And so we wanted to make sure that was something that's because it's important.
Yes.
Your presence in the United States, Vitour doesn't really have they don't have a place here that we can go to complain if we have tire problems. Or what are you planning to do to change that?
This is a good question. From this trip, my trip to America this time, I learned a lot about the marketing. Especially I talked to a lot of drivers, racers, including you and Dallas, everybody. I learned a lot. So our company, we very soon, in the following weeks, I think we want to form up a professional team locally. Maybe this team, this company will be named like Vitour Performance Tires USA or something. This name is not finally determined, but we will form up this company, set up this company, the Sonys. We will have a president, we will have a manager for marketing, manager for after sales, service, everything. I think this company will be composed by 6 or 8 people originally. We will pick up a place at our office, and we will set up our own warehousing system. We do have a firm commitment for USA market for the long run, because we have new designs following. After P1, we have other. I cannot disclose now because it's under test. We have third generation, fourth generation. So Vitour sports tires will form up a family, a product family, and also a family, a team to market Vitour sport tires in USA. Very soon, you will see what will happen here. Everything will be ready, because without professional team to work and represent Vitour here in US, we cannot do a good job, a good service, a good timely supply to our end users here in the US.
So you're going to have tires in here in the U.S.
Of course.
and you're committed to making sure that race car drivers don't run out of tires. Or, I mean, is that something you can commit to?
This is another very good question. This is a very challenging question. In order to make sure that the racers drivers, when they want to order Vitour tires P1 for their racing cars, we can supply our tires in a timely way. We will produce enough tires and have a regular enough stock in China, and at the same time we will ship containers regularly from China to US and make sure that Vitour US office, US company, can also keep a regular inventory. And plus, our current range for P1 is only less than 26 sizes. After 6 months, we will have 60 sizes plus.
60 sizes.
So another 30 plus sizes is under development. Some molds are almost finished. From 15-inch up to 21. Our goal is to have the most complete ranges of products. No matter which size you want, we are available. That's our plan.
Yeah, now that's very strong.
Yeah.
You know, one more question, Jeff. I thinking about it. You know, Vitour seems pretty new to the performance market.
Yeah.
But you know, if I look on Walmart's website and I Google Vitour, I see a bunch of different tires. You know, you probably have a huge lineup of tires that I don't even know. And
Yes.
Is there, what segment of the market does Vitour mainly stay in?
Actually, you know, we talked a lot about small tires, competition tires, racing tires. Fundamentally, we are a company, we are a factory. No tire factory can survive with only the production of competition tires. Competition tires is very special segment, it's professional, but the volume is small. So my meaning is no tire manufacturer can rely only on small tire business. You see Yokohama or Nankan or anybody. So we have no exception. We actually, our group, our company, we manage and own 2 different tire workshops in China. One of them focuses on entry-level passenger tire production. The annual capacity is something like 10 million units per year, only passenger, small size, 13, 14, 15, 16 inch, normal street tires. Our second tire factory produces both truck and bus tires and also passenger tires, high-end, premium level. Our second workshop, the TBR capacity annually is 4 million units, 4 million units, truck and bus radius. And we are doubling our passenger tire output now. So after 8 or 10 months, our second workshop annually we can produce, I suppose, 6 million to 8 million units tire, high-end, big inch, semi-slicks, slicks, snow tire, 4x4, MT, AT, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so our total capacity for passenger and the large truck 4x4 semi-slicks Completing tires is, I think, is after 8 months, it will be around totally 20 million units per year. It's not a small amount.
A lot of tires.
Yeah, it's a lot of tires. Actually, we have been marketing our street tires, truck and bus radius in the past 15 years in America. We're working with Dunlop and Co. Many companies here as our distributor for the Common.
How many warehouses did they have?
Dunlop and Co. as far as I know, they have 7 biggest warehousing in the 7 different states locations all across America.
All in the United States.
Yes. Our other dealer, WWD, Mr. Frank, he has his 4 warehouses in New Jersey area, in East Coast also.
Wow.
Yes.
So you've
That's
been in the market for a long time here in the U.S.
Of course.
What are the names maybe of some of the products that
Oh.
we know P1, but what are some of the other names maybe?
For the
that we
normal
don't?
street tires, we have full range, we can see. Like the winter tire, Ice Line, all season, Tempesta Quattro. We have also UHP, like Formula Spec Z, Formula Z, Formula X, Galaxy R1, white line and the white letter for the classic cars, 70s, 60 cars, years cars. Yeah, we have a lot of, totally we have, I think, 800 plus sizes.
Wow,
Yes,
that's a lot.
yes.
You know that when you think about that many sizes and that many things, does that when you make the runs of these tires, do you ever just do a special run for certain people, or is that something that is not beneficial for you?
You mean the common street tires?
Well, I mean, just like if we're gonna have the P1, if I wanted a special P1, could I get one made for me?
It's just nearly impossible. Let me give you an example. For example, our workshop can produce 10 million tires per year. As a manufacturer, theoretically, if I can make this happen, I would like to produce one size for 10 million units, one pattern, one design, one treadwear. Nobody likes to shift. Shift consume a lot of time, energy, everything, labor. So if you ask me to give you a special tire, I say sorry, because this is not convenient for me. We waste a lot of money and energy and time. How could it happen? Impossible. Yes.
I understand. I know that some manufacturers want to are a niche tire manufacturer, but it sounds like yours, you make a lot of tires, so that's not very niche.
No manufacturer likes to give you a niche product. You can check any producer, not only tire, any other products, auto parts or any kind of product. The reason is it's not convenient. It's not for production. There is a word we say production efficient. Yeah. So that's why when PTS give us order, we see there is a minimum order requirements, MOQ, minimum order quantity. If you say give this 50, this 100, sorry, minimum 300 per size. It's for production efficient consideration. Yeah,
That's it.
so no niche. We do not like niche.
Well, again, thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Michael.
So, Jeff, you were talking about kind of the quality and the manufacturing and all these other components that go into building the tire, but and you've hit on a new thing in America. Do you have anything set up now? Do you have a network of folks that can get these tires out to the folks? It's one thing to have it. It's another thing for people to be able to get it. I personally have struggled getting Yokohama and getting Nanking. They're like unobtainium for us right now. And so how can you help? I know you said you're going to put tires here, but what does that mean? How are we actually going to get them?
Firstly, just now I mentioned that we will form up a professional team to serve, distribute, market our tires all over America. This company maybe will name the Vitour Performance Tires USA or something like this. This company is going to be formed up very soon, I think in a couple of weeks. currently we are partnering with one of the biggest racing tire distributor in China in East Coast, and we do have a distributor in West Coast. Now we are working with a Treadwear distribution company in Midwest. This is our current system to deliver our tires to serve our customers in US. Of course, with our new company set up, we will try to reach more section bodies like the top one is SCCA and Tire Rack. This is our plan. We will do this job very soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, distributing the tires, getting them out to everybody, that's a really important thing. But why is it important to you to be a part of the SCCA and to be in that segment?
As what I mentioned to you, our P1 tire has its own advantage and characteristics. Longer tread life, very fast lap time. We want to see that as many as we can reach to the US local research drivers, because if they can use our P1 tires, everybody will get the benefit. On the other hand, SCCA and Tire Rack, they are the top players. They are the number one top players in this segment, as far as I know. So if there is any possibility, of course, we want to cooperate with them. By establishing the relationship with SCCA and Tire Rack, I think more and more research in US will get the chance to order P1 tires to use them. Then everybody in this circle will get benefit. P1 tires will help the research to save their money. And P1, if they use P1, I think it's good for the environment also.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, Jeff, I mean, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Coming out today. What does Vitour? Am I saying that right?
Vitour, yes.
Vitour.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is that some special Chinese meeting that I don't know?
No, actually, Vitour is not a Chinese name. When we try to create a name, unique name as our brand tire, Vitour means victory tour. Tour is journey trip. We means victory, succeed, triumph. Yeah. In Chinese, we according to the pronunciation of this Vitour, we named it in Chinese Vitour. Tu means trip. Tu. This is a Chinese character lettering. Tu means trip or journey. Vi means 保卫, means protect. So in Chinese, Vitour means Vitour tire protect your journey. Your journey protector, your trip protector, like your trip guard, something like this. But in Chinese, Vitour means it's very easy, victory tour. That's also one of the reasons why we develop small tires, compete for victory.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, it's my passion too to save, which is why I'm in charge of the SCCA region for my area. I want my folks to get the most benefit out of the tire, and that's why I was really happy that you partnered with us and we move forward. So I really do sincerely appreciate it, and I appreciate you visiting and coming out here and allowing us to share our culture with you, and you going to an American Chinese for us. And
actually, even this is my first time to Indiana. My feeling is I love this city, I love this area, I love the people here. All of you are very kind. Even the climate, the weather is very similar to my hometown in China, because we are in the north part of China. And finally, my feeling is if we want to succeed in the USA motorsports market, I think Indiana will become my second hometown. I will have to come back again and again. No choice.
Well, we'd love to have you. So
yeah.
Thank you very much for taking the time to sit down
Yeah.
with me, Jeff, and thank you for being able to explain stuff for folks. You know, with the internet controversy and everything, it was kind of a mess in the beginning, but it sounds like you have a pretty solid plan
Yeah.
to start something in the U.S. to
Yeah.
keep a lid on all that stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and make sure things go the way that you,
Yeah.
Jeff at Vitour, want it to run.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and
My pleasure.
and it was a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you for your effort.
Thank you.
Thank you.